one of the best tools you can use to utilize to help your well-being, overall well-being, with nutrition, fitness, you name it, hands down has to be AI. LLMs, large learning modules, whatever you want to call them. ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google, whatever Google's is, all these are very valuable tools to be able to help you with your overall health and wellness, especially when it comes to exercising, nutrition, and I think it is underutilized as it stands right now. What's up, Dreamers? Welcome to Drive Environment. Today I want to talk about the importance, well, not the importance, but a tool you can use, which is AI. Now, I have to put a disclaimer out and say you have to be careful with using these chat-based AIs or anything in general, just like you would Googling stuff. Like I've said it time and time again, I'm going to continue to say it. If you are Googling stuff or looking at people's Instagrams, especially influencers, not just Instagram, social media in general, there's a possibility that people are giving information that might not be accurate or it might not work for you. So it's always trial and error. You always have to cross-reference, including when you use an AI like ChatGPT. But you can use it to help. I use ChatGPT to help cross-reference information. It's very good at finding information. It's very good at finding sources. It's very good at putting things together and organizing them. And that's what I use it for. I use it to help organize my thoughts. I have ADHD, severe ADHD. My brain runs at 1,000 miles a minute. I start a project every 5 seconds and I never finish it. I have a million projects going right now, no joke. But I have used ChatGPT to help organize stuff and help lay it out to be able to be, easily readable. An example is I wanted to gain 10 pounds of muscle. I know what to do, but I wanted it organized. So I used ChatGPT and stated that, I wanted to gain 10 pounds of muscle. I went over my information. This is important. You got to give it as much information as possible, like my age, my height, my goals, my experience. And then I said, I want these exercises in there. Can you help structure a program? Okay. And I said I wanted to do it in however many weeks. Like I wanted to do it in about 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. And it did exactly that. It helped me, it organized stuff. And then because I saw some of the stuff, it produces good information and it will cite sources and give you the where it gathered it from if you ask it to, which I think is important, you should. But then I read it because I'm a certified personal trainer, so I know what I'm looking at. I know the kind of the programming I was looking for, obviously depending on goals, programming, and what's called periodization is going to fluctuate depending. That would be something you would have to learn as you go through, and you can ask it questions to help you, understand. But I looked through it and I altered what I felt I needed to. And then there would be times where on the spot, because I have an app on my phone, on the spot there would be something like, let's say I missed something and it was goofy, and then I'm going through one of the workouts, I ask it for, or I can't get on one of the equipment, one of the equipment it tells me to use for that specific exercise. I ask it, I say, hey, what's an alternative for this exercise? We'll use a deadlift as an example. If I was unable to get a squat rack to be able to deadlift, I'd say, hey, I need an alternate exercise I can use to deadlift. That's a bunch of machines. I also gave it what gym I use, and it's pretty good on understanding what equipment is at the gym that you use or you're currently in. You don't have to give locations if you don't want to. Generalized gym, obviously, like most of them are pretty national if you're in the US. But it's a very important, I think it's not important, I keep saying that, but it's a very good tool to utilize to help you organize your thoughts, to help you design things for you, just for food and nutrition as well. But it's also, this is what's important. It's very, very, very important that you cross-reference the information. Okay, so make sure that if it gives you a source, that gives you exercises or whatever. You could always go into their gym, find the personal trainer, and say, "Hey, can you just look over this for me and make sure like it's acceptable for my goals? Is there anything that you would change?" And they will tell you, right? And a lot of personal trainers, they'll help you for free. You don't have to be a client. They'll answer that question. I just talked to a personal trainer the other day in regard to something that's going on with my foot, and he went through a full explanation. He, gave me tips and all this other stuff. People are willing to help. So I feel like you probably, if you got this far in the video, you realize why I use AI to help organize my thoughts, because this video was kind of sporadic and all over the place. So there you go. Firsthand ADHD. If you have any questions, I'm very willing to help people design programs. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a wellness coach. I can help coach people. That's habit change, building good habits, lifelong lasting habits. I'm willing to help people. Ask questions. If you need to know how to prompt AI, if you haven't used it before, if you have questions on that, I can very much help you. I don't consider myself an expert, but I have used it quite a bit. And yeah. Anyways, let me know in the comments. Love to get this conversation started. Hit that like button, helps out the channel. Hit the subscribe button for more content like this, and I hope to see you in the next video. Later, dreamers.